Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's pre-meet interview. I'm here with head men's and women's track coach Anthony Drealan. Coach and his track squad will be heading to SSU on Sunday for the NSAA Championships. So, Coach, now that the regular season is over and it's time for the NSAA Championships with the indoor meet to follow, give us a little rundown of how you thought the regular season indoor meet season went for you guys.
Absolutely, it's been a really great year. Last year we had a good year, and we had 3 athletes qualify for nationals, and all 3 were All-Americans, so you can't really ask much more than that, going to nationals. But we have about 11 different events or athletes qualified for this year's indoor nationals, and a relay in there, and so it's been really great to see that progress. And get additional athletes to the national championships, and not just that, but across the board, there's a good improvement in our athletes' performances. We added some strong athletes as well, and looking ahead to the conference this Sunday, we're looking really strong on both sides, on the men's and women's side, and so it's been awesome. Regardless of how Sunday goes, and of course we're trying to go and win,
right,
and everything like that. We are really happy with how the season has been. It's been a great year of progress, a great year for our seniors, and some really good performances, and some athletes that came back who have had a lot of progress too. Somebody like Josie Wolf is in her 5th year and made the choice to come back and has had a just awesome season, breaking a school record, and so stuff like that's just awesome to see, and we've been really happy with the season.
Well, awesome. So, like you said, there was 3 school records broken, and there was a ton of PRs hit in your last regular season meet. As a previous runner yourself, what did it feel like as meeting those marks that you set out for yourself all season?
Yeah, it's what you train for. It's what you do in the summer and the winter, and it really just drives your motivation throughout the year. So it's a great feeling to do that. You have some initial fatigue and tiredness after finishing a race like that, but sometimes those races, you can just feel so strong because you're PRing and you're running really well, and so that's what we work hard for, and that's what our athletes do. And I was on the running side of it, and I know what that felt like. And just as a coach and a coach of runners, I really am impressed, with our field event athletes too, who are able to break through and do it, because there's a big difference there, I think, between the runners and then the field event athletes, in that they really are replicating what they do in a competition in practice. And so throwers sometimes will be throwing, some of their best marks in practice because it's the nature of the event and the nature of training. And then the hard thing is to replicate that into the competition. So Connor Tortson breaking through and throwing over 18 meters in the weight throw, that's something that Coach Glover and him have known that he's capable of doing, but doing it in the pressure of the competition and doing it there is the tough part. So I have a lot of appreciation for those athletes, and impressed, when they can come through and do that. So it's been good, and just last weekend was a really, really good cap on our regular season, and gives us a lot of confidence heading into this weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this weekend goes, and in the indoor national championship here in a few weeks. So, last question for you. So you've been helping Jeff design the new track facility. What feature are you most excited for in that new facility?
Yeah, everything. It's being here as an athlete and as a coach. Our facilities have worked well, and we have this mentality that we're going to go and get things done and be successful. But to have a brand new track facility is going to be terrific, and I think we can draw teams up here for home season competitions, and when we have conference, that's going to be a great facility as well. And so it's going to bring a lot from a training standpoint and also a recruiting standpoint. And so the track surface, being a runner is something that I'm really excited about. With Jeff's conversations with various manufacturers, that's going to be a really high quality surface. And we've been working on the field event areas too, and we're going to have some really nice setups with regards to that as well. And we're going to have it shared with a soccer field, but it's going to be our complex, and that's really exciting as well. So long answer, but everything's going to be awesome.
I've seen those sketches, and it looks so cool. I'm so excited to see how DSU comes out with the new football track, and everything else to come after that. But thank you so much for joining us all season, and we can't wait to see how it goes in the regular or playoffs or postseason.
Yep.
So and stuff like that. So thank you very much again for joining us, and thank you all for watching. You guys can watch the Trojans compete this weekend up in Brookings with events starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. So thank you very much for watching.